All right. How's it going? I am Major Awesome is my screen name, I guess. My actual name is Jay. Um, anyway, I'm making this video to Gbay99. Actually, Gbay100 in this case, because he's posting a lot of um, discussion videos, I guess, on his channel, his 100 channel. And um, this last video you did, or Gbay did, uh, talking about where he stands on politics. He uploaded it today. I'm so I'm just like replying as quickly as possible. Hopefully he'll see it. Hopefully you'll see it, Gbay. But I find myself in a really similar situation. I think that Gbay is in. Like he always talks. He always just like. I don't know if I should be talking like as if I'm talking to him or talking about him. I don't know. Okay. So I really just like want to talk about everything all the time. Like I could go on and on and on talking about stuff, and I see that so much with Gbay, and so like I want to go down in his comments and start typing paragraphs and garbage, but freaking nobody ever reads those because they're so freaking long, and I got so much to say. So I'm making a video reply. They used to have those back in like 2000 freaking 7 or something, back in the old days of YouTube. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back with the hashtag old school video replies, I guess. Did they do stuff like this? Is this how you used video reply? Anyway. Oh, so I guess I'll just like tell you about me, so you're not like lost. Like you were talking about how like where you stand on politics, so we understand what your views actually are. So I've been subscribed to you, Gbay, for probably like 3 years. I think, like 2.5 or 3 years, somewhere around there. I subbed to you when I was watching like a lot of your older videos, with like league analysis and stuff like that. Actually diving into the game and like figuring out what is going on with the nitty gritty stuff, And then you started coming out with like gameplay videos, and I was like, you're just like the rest of these league YouTubers now, and they're kind of lame. But I really enjoy talking like this and like analyzing. So that's what I appreciate with your channel, and it's part of the reason why I'm making this reply video, because like I just want to talk with you. Like I so badly want to just like reply to you and just like have a big conversation back and forth, So that's why I'm making this reply video. But anyway, so I guess now that you know a little bit about me, we can move on, or I can proceed with my thoughts. So I consider myself a conservative. Like you said, I don't want the government in my life all the time. I want to be able to do whatever I want so long as I'm not affecting other people's lives, negatively. But so the government's there to like protect the citizens, make sure that everybody's safe. In other words, like policing, enforcing the law, and the law should be there to like say what people can and can't do for the sake of others' safety, And I'm getting lost in my own thoughts now. I can't even think. I don't have this incredible script lined up like you do, or like you say you do. I don't believe you have a script. You rant more. I think. Oh my gosh. There's other things that I could just go on ranting about, but I'm getting off topic for myself. So we're just gonna say this: I'm a conservative, okay? That's what I think, and I agree with you that the Republicans aren't like representing me properly. You talked about how like, and you mentioned this in the Night Trailer video too. Like, you make such a big effort, or not effort, just like a huge deal about like. How, and you're not wrong. Okay, you make a huge deal about how much voting actually affects politics, and like how you can actually like change the way politics are just by voting. Just by voting the right way. And you're absolutely right. That's definitely not wrong in any way. It's like if people just voted the correct way, or the way that they wanted to get their vote across to, I guess. Then things would be severely different than they are today. But the thing is like, it's almost a dream. Like this is why, because like you're saying, like politics aren't dead. It's reversible. It's possible to change all this, and you're right. Like you can reverse all this and make it the way that people want it to actually be. But the odds of that happening are just so low. That's why people say that politics are dead and you can't do anything about it. Is because there's 300 million people in the United States, and freaking, well, I guess like only half of them go out and vote or whatever. So there's 150 million people, and how many of them are actually truly informed, and how many of them are going to ever get informed? It's like the only way you would get people to actually start using their vote correctly is if they were educated properly, and that requires, either everybody to just frickin' like watch a YouTube video like yours or something, watch a YouTube video and be like, okay, yeah, you're right, I just need to pay more attention to politics and put more effort into it and make sure I use my vote right. Or, like go a whole new generation of kids growing up through school and actually understanding their freaking politics class. What do you call it? It's not politics class. Freaking government class? I guess there was a government class. I don't know. Whatever that stuff is. But like, you'd have to go like an entire generation just to reteach all the children until they're an adult, so that everybody understands the truth, And like that's just not possible. This is why people say that politics are dead, because the odds of it ever coming back to life are just so small. It's like a good comparison. It's not entirely like on par with what I'm talking about, but so when you take communism, there's a lot of people that are like, communism is so great, It's like if communism was implemented correctly, then life would be perfect for everyone, and they're not wrong, Communism is just like everybody gets what they need, and everybody does what is like best for everybody else, Like it's literally a paradise if communism is done correctly. But the problem with that is like, take for example modern day communism. There are instances today on a small scale where communism takes place. For example, roommating. Is that a verb? Having roommates. So you got like 3 or 4 guys or whatever in a room. You all have to do your share. You have to pay your fair share of the bill. You have to do your fair share of keeping the apartment clean, or whatever, maintaining the house. That's how the whole roommating deal works, right? Everybody has to do their fair share of whatever it is. And as soon as one person stops doing their fair share, then one or all of the other roommates are going to be upset, And when somebody's upset at another person, then things start to break down, and either like the one roommate gets kicked out, or they start having like big fights, and things aren't so awesome in the room, in the apartment. And so you magnify that to 300 million people, and it's like there's no way that you could get 300 million people to all cooperate as one unit, right? It's already hard enough for 4 random people. Now you're asking for 300 million random people, and it's like that's not possible. So that's kind of my comparison of the idea of actually getting people to use their vote correctly and being able to reverse all this garbage politics stuff. It's not impossible. I think doing the communist stuff is definitely impossible. But the odds of almost an entire generation actually understanding politics. It's just not gonna happen. Like I wish it could. And if you think that there's like a better way, Gbay, if you watch this and you're just like, no, you see, if you just do this, then it could, I would love to hear that. I understand I'm just like some tiny guy or whatever, making some dumb video reply, but like that's kind of my idea with this. Is hopefully I really want to converse with you rather than just reply. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way other than like some mass wipe of people and then reteaching them how to. That sounds pretty violent. I don't mean that in like a murderous way. Just like cleansing of the mind, clean everybody's minds and then reteach them how to correctly understand politics. Anyway, I would like I said, I'd love to converse with you more rather than just reply. But this video was made so I didn't have to start typing paragraphs and paragraphs in your comment section that you're not going to read, nobody else is going to read, so whatever. Yeah. Hopefully you see this. Thanks for watching.